Alright. Let's see here. Assignments. Armstrong Nebula Cluster.
I forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his Geth.
Took them long enough. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
How many ships are you sending to attack Ilos?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Nobody stabs me in the back, Udina. Nobody.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
Nobody grounds me from the Red Lobster.
Commander. Shepard, I cannot believe they did this to you. I am so sorry.
It's not your fault.
It's not right. You did everything they asked and more. Nobody else could have done what you did. The Council owes you everything, everything. Instead, they strip you of your command and ground the Normandy.
I should have known better. Udina, the Council, they're all the same. Petty, blind, and stupid.
They won't find the Red
Perhaps
Lobster.
we could appeal and get them to reverse their decision.
I pushed them as hard as I could. They wouldn't budge.
So you're going to walk away? You will just give up and doom the entire galaxy to extinction?
We lost the battle, not the war. I'll figure something out.
I believe in you, Shepard. I am with you every step of the way.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
What did he want?
Only said to meet him in that club in the wards. Flux.
You should probably go meet with him.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another Profile in Courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more Profiles in Courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, Courage.
Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
What kind of situation are we talking about?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an Alliance negotiator. We've got a big session coming up with the Solarians. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like you are.
I understand. It's important. So what do you need?
Well, in order to do my best for humanity, I need the best resources on the market. There's a mental stimulant that increases alertness and cognitive function. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
Keeler, you've got a problem. You need to get treatment.
It might look that way from the outside, but this is just a one-time slip-up. All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
Will overdosing on stimulants and getting arrested help humanity, Keeler?
Maybe you're right. I've been trying to keep humanity strong, and maybe I've pushed myself too hard. I'll tell you what, this will be the last time I use the stimulant. After this deal is finished, I'll get treatment.
You won't be doing humanity any favors if you overdose during negotiations. Get help now.
You don't understand! Humanity needs me, and I need that stimulant. Without it, I don't know anymore. I get so tired when I run out of the stimulant. I just need one more boost.
That sounds like an addict talking, Keeler. What does it take to convince you?
You're right. I'll go tell my assistant. I shouldn't be working like this. I'll get help. I'm just sorry it came to this.
Jesus.
It's not what I heard. And what did you hear exactly? More rumors about strange metal creatures with...
Yeah, you're probably right. Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
I assume CSEC is protecting her?
They can't watch her all the time. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No. It's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble.
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
They pulled me off the mission. Just like when they forced you to give up the Normandy.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy systems, but if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
If we steal the Normandy, you're the one left holding the bag.
And if Saren finds the conduit, life as we know it is over. The Reapers will destroy us. Humans, Asari, everybody. You're the only one who can stop him, Shep. So I'll do whatever it takes to get you on the Normandy and off this station.
What's the plan?
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That's a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
There's got to be a better way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He will not just stand by while you use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
The Ambassador will not forgive this, Captain. You will be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the Ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
It's your call, Captain.
I'll break into the Ambassador's office. He made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
I still have some things to take care of.
Come see me when you're ready to do this. I'll be right here waiting for you.
Yo, it's Conrad.
Commander, I've been waiting for you to get back. I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
What's on your mind?
With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I'd make a great Spectre. I'd be right there with you, showing the Council what humanity is capable of. I read about what you did on Torfin. I'm not afraid to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
I can't break this guy's heart. I don't want to be mean to him.
If you're really willing to do whatever it takes, you'll go home, Conrad.
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
You know, it's better that way, though. Can't break the guy's heart. Gotta let him down gently. I can be mean for a great many things, but I can't betray the fans. Oh, there we go.
Hi, I'll be with you in just a sec.
wait right here.
Why do I get the feeling you're not here to order drinks?
I need to talk to you about your work with CSEC.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my customers.
This isn't a game, Jenna. These people are dangerous.
Now you sound like my sister. Why is everyone so concerned about me? I can take care of myself. I need to go. I'm not a stripper. I don't get paid to stand around and look pretty.
Stubborn girl.
I'm busy. The other waitresses can help you.
If you've got questions about Jenna, meet me at CSEC Academy.
What did you just say?
Push off. I never did nothing to you. Damn newcomers. Think they can run the place.
That's Chelik. What's he up to?
I guess we'd better go find out.
Detective Chelik, come into my office. I want to discuss this in private. No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
Excuse me?
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
We were just getting information, Chelik.
I gathered that. It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
But you're still using her.
This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it. But since you're so concerned with her safety, maybe there's a way we can help each other.
Shrewd, Detective. Very shrewd.
As part of the job. Now, are you gonna help me or not?
I'll help you, but I need some details.
I'm trying to track down an illegal arms producer. I just need some of their product. Thanks to Jenna's intel, I've learned there's a seller here on the Citadel. Meet our man named Jax. Pick up the mods and bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Where can I find this Jax?
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
I didn't come here to look.
Show them the merchandise.
Looks good.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
Here you go.
Here you go. Enjoy it. Come on, boys. We're done here.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Alright, well that was handled pretty open and shut.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Here's your shipment, Chelik.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. As for Jenna, I'll make sure we get her out of Cora's den immediately. Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
I can't wait till I get to start making renegade choices in 2. Let's see, what else do we have? We don't really need to keep scanning the keepers. I imagine we get some kind of reward for the quest, you know, some kind of resolution to it, but I can't imagine it's all that impressive. Just go do a couple of side quests and then... If we can, that is. Oh, I came to Cora's Den. I meant to go to, Flux, there we go.
Yeah, what is it?
Why were you tossed out of there?
Dorian didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
Thing was probably cheating. Their species is known to be deceptive.
Yeah.
I was just tipping the scales in my favor.
Stereotypes exist for a reason, okay? That's what I always say.
Yeah. I was gonna say something when you were here, but it just completely slipped my mind at this point.
Tongue.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask you. So I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna start buying some, Japanese whole leaf green tea and, like, pressing it instead of using tea bags. So, if you're interested, I can give you a sampling sometime.
Okay, yeah.
It still sounds like cheating to me.
Because I hear the actual tea straight from the leaf tastes, like, way more flavorful than bag tea.
Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
I'll help you out.
Ah. I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
Still can't believe that could happen out in the open.
Hey there, welcome to Flash.
Get close to 20 without going over. Oh, it's literally just 21.
Alright, let's start up the rest of the stream. This game.
Alright, time to just gamble the rest of the stream.
Yeah. You know, I propose a challenge for Moist Critical. If we can play this thing for 5 minutes straight, he gives us $100,000.
Oh my
Each.
god.
This is a genius idea.
This is
Can
amazing.
we even play this for 5 minutes straight? Oh damn! Look, the money's already. Look, 25 credits already. You've already won. Well, you didn't want to earn another 25 credits?
Examine the suspicious... Oh, I'll also scan that.
I believe this machine has been tampered with, and someone is funneling credits to a private account. I will attempt to trace the signal.
Alright, we're gonna gamble it. We're gonna do it. Oh, let's go, baby! Ooh, this is a tough one. Yo! Oh, let's go, baby!
Unnatural, human.
God, I am the best at gambling. We're gonna just do a payout there. Let's go! Seems to be coming from down the ward's access corridor.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Here you go. I hope it's what you're looking for.
Excellent indeed. This will provide me with invaluable data. You enjoy those winnings. I'm gonna get the system completed.
There we go. We've successfully helped a man create a gambling cheating spreadsheet. Just as God intended.
Excuse me, you're the Spectre, right?
Commander Shepard, it is an honor to speak with you.
What's this demonstration about?
I'm Charles Saraceno of the Terra Firma Party. With Armistice Day coming soon, we're making our voices heard by the alien appeasers on the Presidium.
Oh, man.
Can I count on your support in the next election?
Sorry. I believe we need to work peacefully with other races.
We've heard that before in human history. Well-meaning naivete leads to declarations of peace in our time. We can't allow anything like Shanxi to happen again. I don't suppose I could convince you to issue a public statement of support for my candidacy. The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable.
The occupation of Shanxi couldn't happen again. We weren't even sure there were aliens to garrison against back then.
It's still a powerful symbol, Commander. Shanxi is the only human territory ever occupied by an alien species.
It's inappropriate for an active duty officer to publicly comment on politics.
Of course. I apologize for making the request. Thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma on Election Day, because Terra Firma remembers you.
I love how this dude literally sees me. This dude literally sees me walking around with some alien companions. He's like, ah, this guy would be perfect. Be a perfect guy to represent me in my campaign. Fucking head ass. We're gonna go back to Flux and see if we can't try to find where this gambling machine is being hacked.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
I sense that you are less than pleased with her return.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
Lol. Well, this goes to the Presidium. Does it say the ward's access corridor? The hell's the access corridor?
No blood for aliens.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right?
Torfin was a case study during my training. I can't believe you took out the whole base. Amazing.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
I don't know what they mean by Ward's access corridor. That takes me to CSEC Academy. Here, let's find a fast travel spot, and we're gonna like go maybe to the medical clinic and see what we can see from there. Oh no, the med clinic's right here.
Aliens off Earth!
Throw the appeasers out!
We bleed red!
Well, this is a stream now, is just looking around for this stupid fucking terminal. Or whatever I'm looking for. Hacked gambling machine. I'm just gonna look this up. Okay. Apparently one of the faster ways to get there is through the embassies at the Presidium. So that's what we're gonna do. There we go, Ward's access.
one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Now that you have experienced a Spectre's life firsthand, Garrus, do you regret leaving your security position?
Tripper's got his white snow cam on now.
Stake and no regulations to get in the way. I'd
What's up?
say that beats CSEC.
Tripper's got his snow
I
cam
am
on
unsure
now.
how the imminent destruction
Yep.
of all organic life beats anything, but your enthusiasm is comforting nonetheless.
Hey, you're that Shepherd kid.
Hey, been a long time, huh?
Have we met?
Well, I guess you don't remember me. Lieutenant Zabaleta? I worked with your mother. We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the time.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
You're a good kid, you know that? Thanks. You ever want to come by and talk, I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right?
So how are you liking your posting at the academy?
It's good. Busy, though. I can't believe how many people...
Our quarry has employed a hidden relay to redirect...
What do you say we head down to Cora's den?
Everybody talking over each other.
Sounds good. Some of the others are going
Financial district in the Presidium.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
I've told you before, you're not allowed in here.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area. Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Are you allowed to preach here in the Presidium?
The words this unworthy one speaks are merely observations of the truth. The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Is this really how you want to represent the
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
I don't care about your intent. You're making all Hanar look like troublemaking zealots.
This one does not wish to prejudice the listeners against the Hanar.
If you want people's respect, you have to follow the rules. Buy the permit and stay out of here.
This one will obey. It does not wish to prejudice other species against the Hanar. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
I'm telling you, this is not what Jake would want.
I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
I thought gene
If
therapy.
the child comes out retarded.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
Yeah, I think his child should get enhanced.
This
I don't know
guy's-
about you.
I don't know, dude. This guy's really annoying. I kind of want to like let her make the decision just to shut him up.
Well, no, you're a man, and you gotta decide if you're a woman. So.
Listen, unless that woman is deciding what we're eating at Red Lobster, I don't care.
What are the
When
chances
they
that
ask,
gene therapy could hurt the baby?
how dare you tell us what to do with our
1 in
baby, you
300
say,
at
I'm
most.
Chris Kyle,
But
the American
extranet articles
sniper.
say there could still be long-term complications
Then
we
they're-
don't know about.
They're just shocked.
Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
I wonder if there's going to be some dumbass Witcher 3 twist where I say get the treatment and then later in the elevator it's like, a woman had a dead baby today.
Oh yeah, let's do it then. Let's do it then. Oh my god. Shepard
For what it's
thinks,
worth,
like,
I think you should consider undergoing the therapy.
I doubt
I
this thing
don't
will
care
hurt the
what
baby.
you think. Who are you anyway? It's my
I'm-
child. It's my decision.
Alright, time to yell at her.
You've already lost your husband. Are you going to let your grief endanger the baby too?
I had to watch Jacob die. I can't risk causing the death of my child as well.
Then you'll know you did all you could to keep your baby safe. That's all you can do.
Don't you understand? I can't lose this baby.
Okay, yeah, she's gotta lose this baby.
This is all I have left of him.
And you and that baby are all I have left of Jacob. I can't lose you. Either of you. Not after this.
Then why didn't you just say that instead of yelling at me?
I was scared. I'm sorry.
If it means that much to you, if you
Yeah! Yay!
I really wonder if we're gonna get some elevator dialogue. A woman underwent
needed an outside person
a
to
woman's
talk some
a
sense
woman's
into both
baby
of us.
went in utero gene therapy and died. She had the most atrociously disgusting miscarriage anyone's ever seen.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. You were at Torfan, correct? You led the final assault against the enemy base, if memory serves.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I've heard you work for the Shadow.
Probably for the best.
Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard, and you're right. But Rex has already told you far more than I know about this. I am sorry, but I have
Well, I mean, I'm supposed to visit this guy way earlier.
I should.
Oh, well, you're here now. You should be happy that you've taken time out of your busy schedule to help him out.
To ask about Saren.
I believe the receiver for the new signal is located somewhere on the Presidium. I believe we have found the signal's endpoint. It should be possible to identify the account to which credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
That could be a problem.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt
Oh my
to move
God.
and you will die.
Hello, Reddit. I have a question. My car's wheel is falling off. Well, have you just tried buying a new car? Have you tried... How would they word it?
Take the tires off and just drive on the axles.
Yeah, that's what they say. Works for me.
Crap. I thought we were tracing credits, not hunting an AI.
Why is it just like no other form will you get those kinds of answers, but it is Reddit where you will get the roundabout answer.
Trust you to leave peacefully. Hence my alignment of core systems to enable a self-destruct sequence. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion.
It's such a
will
popular
escalate
trend with
within
Redditors
several
to do that.
meters.
If you're sentient, why are you still running?
I wish to discuss a certain topic. Now, I already know about this, so let's not discuss it. Well, have you tried doing that first one again?
I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth
Man.
to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Bro, just go over the other thing.
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the
Redditors are so
malfunction
brain
and
damaged.
terminated the
I
AI.
People on
swear.
Redditors are so dumb.
We need to throw them all in camps and kill them.
Where is your creator now?
In
In
Minecraft.
order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
So Wings got banned on Twitch for harassing real podcasts.
My existence
He's
is
also
limited
getting
to this
sued
terminal,
by
and I knew I would
007.
eventually be discovered.
This is like amazing. Wings is just getting destroyed now.
Well, yeah,
Kelly
because
is totally gonna leave him.
oh, of course she's gonna. The whole thing was that Jordy was like, "Oh yeah, I'm suing Wings 007 and I'm suing Real Talk because like they're stealing my content. I'm gonna countersue them because they're stealing my content because basically Jordy keeps issuing takedown, like like unlawful takedown strikes against
he's abusing
Real
the
Talk.
system.
Yeah, and so Real Talk is suing him for hurting his bottom line, and then Jordy's like, and then Jordy's whole argument's, well, your stuff's not transformative, like your content's, even though it falls under fair use. It's fine. It literally
It's
is fair
also
use.
it's legal.
Yeah, but Jordy's claiming that it's not, so he doesn't have a leg to stand on. He's also like, I love his whole thing of like, well, I haven't been served by a lawyer. Maybe it's still in the mail. I don't know. Like, Jordy, I haven't checked the mail isn't a valid excuse, dude. If a lawyer serves you, like if a lawyer serves you a letter of notification, you not checking your mail doesn't make that go away. He still technically has served you. Once it's in your mailbox, you have been served. You saying you haven't checked the mail doesn't work. But yeah, and fucking I do like though that Jordy literally got taken off of Twitch for harassing like 007 in Real Talk. Literally got hit with the Uno reverse card.
Well, a lawyer ever served me, I'd probably gun him down and scalp him.
Can't
as
we
a
resolve this
sign
peacefully?
superiority over the
AIs are
person suing
universally
me.
illegal. They must be
You know?
destroyed upon contact without exception.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
These are so stupid. Oh my god.
Well, that's it for that guy.
My first CSEC posting was here on the Presidium. Mostly for show, not much crime up here.
Remarkable. Nature and technology combined.
Well, nobody's gonna mention on how I just disarmed a rogue AI bomb. Guess not. Okay, whatever. That whole Reddit escapade though is so ridiculous. Just hello Reddit, I'm looking for like places.
Answer the question. Okay, well, I can't do that for you. But what I can do is give you the answer you already know about and can do any time.
All right, Reddit. Here's a very simple question. I'd like to find state land in New York State where I can go shoot my rifles with and then that's all I want to do. I just want to go find state land. I don't want to go to ranges, and I'm explicitly saying I don't want to go to ranges. First answer: have you considered a range?
No, I understand what you've been saying, son, but have you considered going to the yes?
Now listen, Arthur. I hear what you're saying. I hear you said you don't want to go to a range, but listen to me, son. Maybe you should go to a range.
A little faith, Arthur.
Have a little faith.
Dutch.
I don't know, Dutch.
Dutch, literally. The Pinkertons are at the range. I can't go there anymore. Now, Arthur, don't leave any grass behind at the range.
Now, Arthur, listen. Dutch, what are you doing? Arthur, listen, son.
Bud Vanderlyn.
I'm just imagining like Arthur shooting, and then he just sees Dutch crawling around on all fours with a bucket, just scooping brass in. What are you doing, Dutch? Oh, listen, Arthur. This stuff, I could reload it. It makes you. It saves
45 Colt. What are you trying to do? Wound someone, Arthur?
Listen, son. It saves money. It saves like 2 cents per bullet. That adds up, Arthur.
What are you doing with that 45 long Colt, Arthur? Are you trying to wound the Pinkertons or kill them? Dutch. I don't know, Dutch. I don't know, Dutch.
You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
No, Arthur.
Let's do it.
I have a plan to get all the brass shell casings at the local range. I've got a plan. A little bit more brass and we'll go off to Funland. We'll go to Tahiti. I don't know, Dutch. Why can't we just go to the store, buy some ammo with all our ill-gotten gains?
Because, son, every penny counts. If I can't reload...
John Marston blew his hand off with Bubba's hot piss load the other week.
If I can't spend 5 minutes per bullet reloading every bullet, then what kind of country am I living in? If I can't
have you know, it costs almost as much as the price of a regular bullet, but I'm saving a little bit of money.
Then again, though, I literally am spending all day reloading maybe 10, 20 bullets. I maybe get 10 done in the span of an hour, son. It's hard work, I tell you.
Still a little quicker. It's like, people say they can do it a lot in an hour.
I know.
But you have to be probably very proficient, I'd imagine.
I'm just making fun. Obviously, it goes.
It seems like a great way to blow up my barrel, though. If I tried it, seems like a great way to.
You gotta know what you're doing.
Get up Bubba's flaming hot piss load.
On Novaria, many are blaming the destruction on an experiment gone awry. Administrator Anoleus currently faces criminal charges as a result of the disaster, although the nature of the charges remains unclear.
Yeah, I shot 300 blackout out of my 5.56 barrel. What of it?
I mean, Henry and Josh, like, for their sniper stuff, they load a lot of their own sniper rounds. I feel like
professionals, match people also tend to use their own loads.
I imagine we could do it, like, if we wanted to, like, make our own loads. But, I mean, it's just more efficient and convenient to buy, like, standard rounds, especially for 5.56 rifles. Just buy the 65 grain Korean stuff.
Yeah.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in
Just basic military rounds. No shame in it.
Yeah, no point.
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send.
Still.
Get us out of here, Joker. Now!
They're shooting at us with 5.56, Arthur. They're trying to wound us.
Normal shooter Arthur and fucking Fudd Dutch. These newfangled lever action
shot
repeaters.
every 4 seconds.
These newfangled lever repeaters. I'm sticking with my old Springfield breech loader.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak? Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
Forget it. I'm busy too. Do you remember a Lieutenant Zavaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
He's a bum on the Citadel. He said he knew you and hit me up for money.
I'm sorry. You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
I don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
Arthur, 2 Indian wars this gun has won. back to back.
He has post-traumatic stress because of what he saw.
Back to back native
He
Lord
tried to keep
champ.
working, but it rode him.
Dutch
He showed
Van
up
Dalen.
drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there.
There's a broom handle Mauser in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Especially
That's awesome.
he never talked about it.
I mean, RDR2, isn't it like 1907
It's about
or so?
no, it's like 1890s.
It'd have to be. Well, it'd have to be after 96 to have the broom handle in it. But
Yeah, it's late 1890s.
I remember Red Dead 1 is like 1902 or 1903 or something.
It's no, there was an automobile in it. When was the first automobile made?
1920s maybe. Actually, I gotta look this up now. Red Dead.
I think in before World
Redemption
War
1.
Well, the first history of the automobile. Oh man,
Red Dead
pre-world
time.
19th century. There was an automobile used in Red Dead Redemption 1. World War 1 has it.
It's in 1911.
Yep. That makes sense.
And Red Dead Redemption 2 is in 1899.
Yeah.
That explains everything. Thanks.
If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
You can also get a Browning Auto 5 shotgun.
Nice. The first ever semi-automatic shotgun.
You can also get a fucking
May I speak with
Winchester 1897.
I always have time for you, Liara.
I do not know what is going to happen on Ilos. I hope we will stop Saren, of course, but part of me fears we are already too late. There is something I must tell you, in case we fail.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
These could be our last moments
I
together.
know if you love the West and
Our
all the
last
weapons,
chance to
Red Dead
show each
Redemption
other
2 is
how
a
we
good
feel.
ass game.
I want this to be special.
We don't have to do this. Not unless you're sure.
Hell yeah, Shepard.
I'll take you out to Red Lobster when this is all over if we survive.
Let our bodies and minds unite.
Yes!
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, yeah. I thought you never, Shepard, yeah.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yes. Shepard's like, I'll tell you this. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Shepard, would you like to fuck yes?
That is definitely a blue ass.
That was the most controversial thing to happen back in the day in gaming.
Yeah, the most controversial thing in gaming back then was blue ass. Yes. It's the M. Bison from the old Street Fighter cartoon. Yes. Yes. And now I'm fully clothed.
He's clothed to watching.
You were incredible.
5 minutes ETA to the Mew relay.
Damn it.
I had better go. Duty calls. You would not want to keep Joker waiting.
Shepard,
Whatever happens on Ilos, I just wanted to say thank you for everything.
She just wakes up and he's fully clothed again. Alright, we're done.
Just staring.
Just standing there. I just like to imagine he's like, alright, we're done. And then he just puts his clothes back on.
It's all his clothes.
Alright, well, I'll buy you dinner if we survive. Red Lobster, my treat.
It looks like we're gonna finish tonight.
Yeah, probably will.
Commander?
Oh no, we'll definitely will.
Company.
We just got this area and then one more.
Stealth
And
systems
a
are
boss fight.
engaged. Unless we get
We
close enough
missed
for
out on a
visual,
lot of
we
side
won't
quests, but that's okay.
It's sort of just gonna happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you're gonna miss, and also
Lock
the
in
main
on the
story is where you make some of the best decisions.
Commander. The nearest landing zone.
Honestly, that's why I like Mass Effect 2 a little bit more, is just because Mass Effect 2's decision making I think is more impactful.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone.
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker,
I can do it.
gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
Alright. We're gonna go with Liara and Garrus. They've been pretty much my two most reliable party members.
You two, keep moving inside now.
We have to get inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit. There is no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found a way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We will have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Oh, I won't be able to drive this thing through anyways. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely... So, it's interesting, though, because, like I said, I've played 2 and 3 a long time ago, but I've never done 1, so it's kind of interesting looking back at it. In retrospect, the decision-making in 1 isn't as, like, completely outlandish and insane as the decision-making in 2 and 3 is. There's a lot you can do in this game, but 2 I think has just some of the best decision making in general. The stuff you can do in 2 is just absolutely like mental. We definitely got to do Resident Evil 5 Professional at some point when you're done with Xenoblade 3.
Yeah.
That'd be a ton of fun. Am I getting myself turned around? I think I am. No, I think I'm good. Oh, now we're good. Yeah, I did loop just now, but now we're going in the right direction. Shepard, do you wanna... Yes! Well, bang, okay. Oh, this is an elevator. That takes us in the required direction, so we'll take this one down. Oh, this takes me up here. Okay. Doug still hasn't gotten back to me with whatever he wants for the artwork. I know he was joking around last night, but I mean, like, I need something like concrete. I need him to write something down or send me an image. I did think it was really funny though how he thought he thought that I was expecting something Fortnite related.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, you do whatever you
want. The confusion is the best part.
Nah, dog, you do whatever you want. Daniel's just a sloth. That's just what he is. I miss that guy. I hope he comes back soon.
Yeah. I asked him if he wanted to chill today, and he never got back to me. Feels bad.
I'm sure he's just got a lot on his plate right now.
This place still has power. Must be running off its own generator.
This must be the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We will have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker. Come, Saren already has a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it, then we're just walking into a trap.
That is a chance we will have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It is probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No wonder we cannot understand it.
The message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Of course. Between the beacons and the cipher, an understanding of the Prothean language would have been transferred into your mind.
Not safe. Seek refuge inside the archives.
What's it saying? Can you make out anything useful?
Fought Reapers. The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope.
Act of desperation. The conduit. All is lost.
It said something about the conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped.
I have spent my life studying the Protheans, but I never dreamed I would discover anything like this. This bunker might have been the last refuge of their entire species. Just imagine what mysteries it might hold. Imagine what secrets it might reveal.
Hey, try to remember why we're here. It's Aaron, the conduit, the fate of the entire known galaxy.
I am sorry. I was swept up in a moment.
What are all those things on the wall? Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods. The Protheans probably tried to keep...
Somehow I'm managing to risk rolling myself over more on the flattest terrain in the game than I was when I was, like, literally on the moon.
What is happening?
It's a trap. Sarah must have set an ambush.
I do not think Saren is behind this. I have studied the Protheans for decades, but I have never felt this sense of foreboding. What will we find down there?
Whatever it is, we should be careful.
You ever think about how wild it is that the new Halo timeline literally stole like half of Mass Effect's plot?
Yep.
You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you, unlike the other that passed recently. Perhaps there is still hope.
This is incredible. An actual Prothean VI, and I can understand it.
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will comprehend. My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment, but that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. But to stop it, you must understand, or you will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
What was so funny?
What was put in fight power?
Oh, let me check the Discord real quick. Oh, what Eddie posted?
Yeah.
Pretty good. One sec, just somebody messaged me. Alright. Anyways, back to this. Also, did you see what I put in the fight palace? The German Neanderthal?
How do the Reapers survive out in dark space?
We have only theories. The researchers here came to believe the Reapers enter prolonged states of inactivity to conserve energy. This allows them to survive the thousands and thousands of years it takes for organic civilization to rebuild itself. But in this state, they are vulnerable. By retreating beyond the edges of the galaxy, they ensure no one will accidentally discover them. They keep their existence hidden until the Citadel relay is activated.
How come nobody ever noticed the Citadel was an inactive mass relay?
The Reapers are careful to keep the greatest secrets of the Citadel hidden. That is why they created a species of seemingly benign organic caretakers. The Keepers maintain the station's most basic functions. They enable any species that discovers the Citadel to use it without fully understanding the technology. Reliance on the Keepers ensures no other species will ever discover the Citadel's true nature. Not until the relay is activated and the Reapers invade.
The Reapers can wipe out the Council and the entire Citadel fleet in a single surprise attack.
That was our fate. Our leaders were dead before we even realized we were under attack. The Reapers seized control of the Citadel, and through it, the mass relays. Communication and transportation across our empire were crippled. Each star system was isolated, cut off from the others. Easy prey for the Reaper fleets. Over the next decades, the Reapers systematically obliterated our people. World by world, system by system, they methodically wiped us out.
The war was lost. If you had surrendered, they might have let you live.
No offer of surrender was ever given. Our enemy had a single goal: the extinction of all advanced organic life. Through the Citadel, the Reapers had access to all our records, maps, census data. Information is power, and they knew everything about us. Their fleets advanced across every settled region of the galaxy. Some worlds were utterly destroyed. Others were conquered, their populations enslaved. These indoctrinated servants became sleeper agents under Reaper control. Taken in as refugees by other Protheans, they betrayed them to the machines. Within a few centuries, the Reapers had killed or enslaved every Prothean in the galaxy. They were relentless, brutal, and absolutely thorough.
I don't understand. Where did the Reapers go after they conquered your people?
Our worlds were stripped bare, harvested by the indoctrinated slaves. Everything of value, all resources, all technology was taken. Certain that all advanced organic life had been extinguished, the Reapers retreated back through the Citadel relay into dark space, sealing it behind them. All evidence of the Reaper invasion had been wiped away. Only their indoctrinated slaves were left behind, abandoned. Mindless husks, no longer capable of independent thought, the indoctrinated soon starved or died of exposure. The genocide of the Protheans was complete.
What do the Reapers get out of this? Why do they keep repeating this pattern of genocide over and over?
The Reapers are alien, unknowable. Perhaps they need slaves or resources. More likely they are driven by motives and goals organic beings cannot hope to comprehend. In the end, what does it matter? Your survival depends on stopping them, not in understanding them.
You said you brought me here for a reason. Tell me what I need to do.
The conduit is the key. Before the Reapers attacked, we Protheans were on the cusp of unlocking the mysteries behind mass relay technology. Ilos was a top-secret facility. Here, researchers worked to create a small-scale version of a mass relay, one that linked directly to the Citadel, the hub of the relay network.
The conduit is not a weapon. It is a backdoor onto the Citadel.
How did you manage to stay hidden?
All official records of our project were destroyed in the initial attack on the Citadel. While the Prothean Empire came crashing down, Ilos was spared. We severed all communication with the outside, and our facility went dark. The personnel retreated underground into these archives. To conserve resources, everyone was put into cryogenic stasis. I was programmed to monitor the facility and wake the staff when the danger had passed. But the genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. Years passed, decades, centuries. The Reapers persisted, and my energy reserves were dwindling.
How did you survive?
I began to disable the life support of non-essential personnel. First support staff, then security. One by one, their pods were shut down to conserve energy. Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active. Even these were in danger of failing when the Reapers finally retreated back through the Citadel relay.
There were hundreds of stasis pods out there. You just shut them down? You killed them?
You couldn't let everyone die. Better to sacrifice some so others could live.
This outcome was not completely unforeseen. My actions were a result of contingency programming entered on my creation.
I bet they didn't tell the non-essential staff about this contingency.
I saved key personnel. When the Reapers retreated, the top researchers were still alive. My actions are the only reason any hope remains. When the researchers woke, they realized the Prothean species was doomed. There were only a dozen individuals left, far too few to sustain a viable population. Yet they vowed to find some way to stop the Reapers from returning, a way to break the cycle forever. And they knew the Keepers were the key.
I still don't understand what's going on here. Why is Saren trying to find the conduit?
The conduit gives him access to the Citadel and the Keepers. The Keepers are controlled by the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay. After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. Using the conduit, they gained access to the Citadel and made the modifications. This time, when Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
Saren can use the conduit to bypass all the Citadel's external defenses.
Correct. And once inside, he can
I just got recommended the most random gun shooting video, and it's awful. The person who's firing these weapons is legitimately retarded. They pulled out some semi-automatic shotgun. I'm going to assume it's made in Turkey or China, and it can't even cycle the next. He's underfeeding it wrong shells, or it's just a piece of shit shotgun. This is hilarious.
Some random ass bad shotgun.
Yeah, no, there's more. Watching a person control an AR-15 is unnerving.
What, like somebody who doesn't know what they're doing?
Yeah. It's like me firing the first shot, but every shot.
Oh, lol.
I'll take Sovereign down. Somehow.
There's a data file in my console. Take a copy when you go. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station. It will corrupt the Citadel's security protocols and give you temporary control of the station. It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
Wait, where's the Citadel's master control unit? I've never heard of anything like that.
Through the conduit, follow Saren. He will lead you to your destination.
Saren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
Shepard, are you sure? Who knows how much longer Vigil will be here? Even now the projection is weak. This might be our only chance to speak with it, our only link to the
Shit, wearing hearing protection!
It is the opportunity.
Holy shit!
Wait, he's not wearing ear pro?
I cannot see ear pro.
It might know something useful.
I will provide whatever information I can.
Of course, the 22 LR rifle fails. Yes, of course, the 22. Oh, it failed again.
We might have to
Pause
watch
the
this.
stream.
No, I don't want to pause the stream. But once the stream is done, once we beat the game, we should watch it and then watch together.
Yes, I think we should.
If the Reapers are trapped in dark space, how did Sovereign get here?
Jesus, this is some terrible trigger joke. Then one man, hold on, man. Where is your ear protection at?
A sentinel to pave the way for their inevitable return.
Oh God.
Like those in dark space.
And this guy doesn't have to own
probably
compliant
spent most of the
guns.
last 50,000 years
I
in
want
a
to
state
kill
of
myself.
hibernation. Periodically, it would wake to analyze the situation.
Oh damn, he just cycled a full 30 round mag of 22 without it malfunctioning.
What?
That's
When the time
crazy.
was right, it would signal the Citadel and usher in the next Reaper invasion. But this time,
I
the
haven't said
signal
much during a
failed.
lot of these Mass Effect
The
streams because
Keepers
the
did
game
not
does so
respond.
much of its talking for
Sovereign's
itself.
allies were trapped in the void.
God, these games are still
Alone,
so
it was
good.
forced to try and discover
Yeah, no,
what
he's
had
not-
gone wrong.
Sovereign's the largest ship in the galaxy. Why all this secrecy?
Jesus, this is some terrible trigger control.
Sovereign is not invincible. Revealing its true nature would have united the forces of every organic species against it. Even a Reaper couldn't survive such odds. But the Reapers are patient. They will not rush into the unknown. Sovereign could have been planning this for centuries, moving deliberately, gathering allies. Slowly, it has assembled the pieces of the puzzle, working through agents to keep itself hidden. Saren is the most visible pawn of the Reapers, but I doubt he was the first.
That was the
Now Sovereign has grown bold.
worst shooting
Whether
I've
from confidence or
ever seen.
desperation, I cannot
Holy
say.
shit.
Well, I'm
But it
looking
is
forward to it
determined
after the
to
stream.
reopen the portal to
Semi-automatic shotgun is, man, funny.
What about the beacon on Eden Prime? And the one on Vermeer? What were they for?
At our apex, the beacons spanned the breadth of our empire. We used them as a single galaxy-wide network to transmit data and communications rapidly from world to world. Virtually all the beacons were
Like,
destroyed
uploading
during the
this and,
invasion.
like,
But
not
once
killing
the Reapers were
yourself.
gone, the survivors here on Ilos decided to risk sending out a message. We knew it was unlikely there were other survivors, but if there were, we wanted them to know about Ilos. We wanted to give them hope, so a message was sent across the network.
You could have exposed yourself to the Reapers.
In truth, we didn't expect any of the beacons would still function, but we had to try. If there were survivors, we had to reach them. The message was meant for our own people. It was coded so only organic beings could interpret it. We still didn't understand the power of Reaper indoctrination. We never realized it could lead an agent of the machines, like Saren, to this world. But it has also led you here. So perhaps we did not fail after all.
So when the Reapers created the Citadel, they created the Keepers as well?
A more likely scenario is that the Keepers were one of the early harvested civilizations, perhaps the very first. Perhaps they responded well to indoctrination, or the Reapers simply bred them to be obedient. In any case, they were left behind to operate and maintain the Citadel. But the Keepers are no longer directly controlled by Sovereign or its ilk. They evolved so that they only respond to the signals emitted by the Citadel itself.
Oh yeah, the guy didn't hit shit
When
with
the
irons
Protheans
on his
altered the Citadel
AR-15.
signals,
Well,
they broke Sovereign's hold over the
Irons
Keepers.
are like supposed to be effective
Now,
out of the
they are
box.
completely harmless.
Sovereign must have realized that organic races were difficult to control.
A likely hypothesis. The Keepers evolved in an unanticipated direction. Non-organic servants like the Geth would be more predictable.
What happened to the survivors from the Conduit Project?
They used the conduit to gain access to the Citadel, but the conduit is only a prototype. The portal only links in one direction, so they were trapped on the station. I do not know what became of them then. It is unlikely they found any food or water on the station. I fear they suffered a slow, grim death. I only know they succeeded in their mission to seal the relay. Your presence here proves their sacrifice was not in vain.
I've got the file. Come on.
The one you call Saren has not reached the conduit. Not yet. There is still hope if you hurry.
All their culture, all their advanced technology, and the Protheans were taken in by the Reapers just as we were. They failed.
The Protheans did not. They gave us a chance. It falls to us to make the most of it. So I suggest we hurry.
What video game games? I don't recognize the shotguns are like, there's like just so many bastard versions of shotguns nowadays.
Yeah, there's so many shotguns out there.
There are so many abortions. Probably Chinese.
I'd say Middle Eastern.
And they love magazine-fed ones. Oh my god.
You know, say what you will, but I think the AA-12 was made in like the United Arab Emirates or something. I think it's used by like the Dubai police.
It's got like, the recoil spring is so long on it.
I'm with the AA-12.
Yeah, it's got like the longest buffer tube of all time.
Yeah, it's it's basically
like, virtually eliminates all recoil too.
Yeah, it's basically a continuous recoil shotgun.
It's like not a shotgun that'll like break your wrist. It's actually a pretty comfortable shooting gun.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's pretty nice.
Real damn shame that gun never took off. That'd be so cool.
Probably feed issues at the magazine, like with most shotguns.
Yeah.
Mag-fed shotguns are going to happen. It seems like right now, in terms of like mag-fed shotguns, the big one that's leading the charge is the Saiga 12 design. That's actually getting more popular. So I guess those AKs are still good for something. I mean, I can't say that. I'm not. I like AKs, despite obviously them being kind of dated. But I do find it interesting that the Saiga 12 probably has, of all the mag-fed shotguns right now, the one with the most reliable magazine design at this point.
There, the conduit. It's incredible.
We don't have time to admire the view. We have to get through that relay, and these Geth aren't gonna make it easy on us.
I will say the best option is to save the council. I'll let you decide, but I will say, like, it makes things so much easier for you.
Canonically, they live anyways, don't they?
Yeah, that's canon that they live.
I'll probably choose the canon choice just because I don't want to. I don't want to make my my Mass Effect 2 and 3 playthroughs awkward. That's kind of funny though. The Mako just gets shot right up through the relay.
Critical failures detected across all monitored systems. Please begin emergency evacuation.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to get max military assets in Mass Effect 3 if I want to get the good ending. Oh god.
What'd you say?
I said, oh god, I'm gonna have to get max military assets in 3 if I want to get a good ending.
It's really easy.
Oh, that's good.
They made it easy.
Thank god. Jesus. Alright. Now we must save the council.
The Citadel's closing. They're sealing the station.
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms!
I love the. I've always got to say though, I love the design of the Reapers. This weird, like cuttlefish-looking ship. So freaky.
Saren's locked the elevator. Suit up!
My barrier is still up, Jesus. And I have insanely fast health regen too.
Use an semi-automatic shotgun. Well, it's technically a pump shotgun for the guy because he was racked with the slide every time. The shells must not be made for semi-automatic use. They must be low powered. He's probably just using birdshot or some shit.
Well, that's kind of the thing. That's why most police forces still use pump shotguns, so they can fire underpowered rounds. Semi-shotgun needs full double-aught buck, nothing less.
I think one of the GFCat story is to start running. Every time. They never learn.
Garrus just wiped his ass out. God, this party is so strong. Every time. Oh, it just blasted me. Lol. Man, why was I using the snowblind rounds? This is so much better having a higher rate of fire on this thing. This pistol's ridiculous. This is even stronger than my shotgun. Hoverboard.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected it would end like this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me.
Hell yeah, man. I'm taking my sweet ass heater out to the range or something.
Sovereign sensed my
malfunction.
Hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are gone. I believe in Sovereign completely.
Maybe try to go into the local range.
Join us.
I'm good.
And Sovereign will find
Yeah,
I'm not gay. I'm not gay.
Sovereign's
I'm sorry.
controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
Real men hike in their gear in the woods and shoot.
Yes, this is true.
Intertwined, a union of flesh and
which I'm gonna keep doing.
The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. I am a vision of the future, Shepard. The evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
The Reapers don't use organics. They devour and discard them. As soon as the conquest is over, you'll be cast aside.
I had no choice.
Anyone who doesn't want to go out into the wilderness and just shoot.
Well, you know, Fuds have to. Well, you know, Fuds have to walk around on crutches and stuff because they're old. They're in their like 60s, so they just go to a range where they can sit down.
Yeah.
Not us men, though. We can go wherever we want and walk around in the woods in gear because we're young, hot-blooded, virile, and powerful.
You go to the range, you sit down, they have that bag thing, you know, that like soft cushion they put on the rifle. That's not a bipod. You know, that's cushiony bipod thing.
Oh yeah, well I mean we can use our backpacks when we're out there.
I wouldn't. I mean,
Henry uses his bag.
they sit down in their chair, they use that soft cushion, and then they...
One round every 4 seconds.
You could have resisted. You could have fought. Instead, you surrendered. You quit.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for... The implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
There's still one way to stop this. If you've got the guts.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
Oh my god, I seriously gave this guy the low tier god treatment. I seriously just went, kill yourself now. Yo, this Shepard rocks.
Somebody needs to put Saren in his place.
I think we just did.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick, open the station's arms. Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Andurra sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
Are you really willing to sacrifice human lives to save the Council, Shepard?
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign is a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
The Council must be sacrificed for the greater good. Don't waste your reinforcements. Hold them back until the Citadel arms open up. Save the human fleet to attack Sovereign.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
So, okay, John, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So if I say concentrate on Sovereign, what happens? Does the Council still
Save
live,
the
or do I have to say save the Council?
You have to save the Council.
Okay.
Concentrate on Sovereign means let the Council die because...
Okay.
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension, no matter what the cost.
I hope you know what you're doing, Shepard.
You know what you're doing, Shepard.
Alliance ships, move in. Save the Destiny Ascension.
I mean, that's kind of short-sighted on Garrus's part, because wouldn't you want humanity to come in and save everybody's asses? Think of how good that'll make them look, you know?
Yeah, it's also in the long run, like, yeah, they saved the Council and the Citadel and sacrificed more of their guys to do it. Wow, look at those guys.
Yeah, humans are actually kind of awesome. Holy shit.
Destiny Ascension, you are all clear. Repeat, you are all clear.
The Citadel's opening. All ships move in. Concentrate on Sovereign.
Kill yourself, now!
I'm sure he's dead.
Now, should we watch that gay video and just start 2 tonight?
Yeah, we could just take a break and watch the video, and then we could just...
Yeah, we take a BRB. Like, keep, like, our voices, though, but they can't hear the video. So it's just us laughing at something and no one can get the context.
Yeah.
He's dead.
That's another thing we gotta do on the podcast, especially listeners, deprive them of precious information, especially the listeners.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut down as much unimportant information in editing as I can, but yeah.
Listeners,
audio only, rope.
Audio only? Yeah, how about starter?
Yeah, video format players are the best ones. We're just playing favorites. We're just favoring our video format viewers.
Of course. Maybe there should be like a special thing for the Spotify only upload where it's like 30 seconds like at the start of each episode, and it's only for Spotify for us berating you for just listening to the audio.
That sounds pretty good, honestly.
So I'm just being berated, and it just plays every time you listen to it on Spotify. Brandon's hatred of the fans, like crying. It's like, you know how it goes. I'm a scary guy. I'm a very scary man. As you know.
Yes. Very scary.
What people have said, I'm a stone cold killer. John, I killed once. I'll kill again. My last name, which I won't say on the street. I'm afraid, John. I'm afraid.
That is so funny.
Brothers cookies.
Why yes, I am crazy. Thank you for noticing.
It's too powerful for me to stop. I can't do anything. Wow. Yeah. Way to feed a man's ego. Like, yeah, it was just like Popeye had like spinach, you know? Wow. That's just what I needed.
This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
Yeah, Saren's whole gimmick is he is way too much health.
Yeah, it seems like they're the only conceit.
He's literally just a Geth Stalker. He's literally just a Geth Stalker.
Yeah, but the conceit is that he just has an absurd amount of health.
And he's also got a couple robot friends that come down occasionally to die instantly.
Well, I literally play MMOs all day, so I know a thing or two about ads. It's so loud, though. Jesus.
The worst part is he just gets his shield back after you do all this hard work. You know what my favorite part about the cryo pistol is? What the hell happened to him?
I'm not gonna complain.
Saren got stuck. That's what you get for jumping around the room, Saren.
So I was actually using snowblind rounds in the pistol for a while, and they suck because they reduce your rate of fire so much. Not as good as cryo rounds.
Cryo rounds are just like, with cryo rounds in your pistol, you will just never overheat your gun.
The accuracy penalty is also not that bad.
Yeah, pistols really don't suffer an accuracy penalty, so it's just a moot point. It really is just like such a powerful combination.
Hard on my flank! We're going in!
Rest in hell, Sovereign. Woo! Got his bitch ass!
Go!
Got his ass!
Got his bitch ass.
I'm just imagining like one of the people in the ship who fired the laser at Sovereign is just like is just face suplex. And he just does that little kid scream when he blows him up. Got his ass! Oh, I need to get that mod for Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, I'm getting it for you.
Yeah, or I can just
Right
make
now.
do with having 2 weapons.
No, don't do that.
I'm probably... Is there an auto turret for the engineer in Mass Effect 2?
I think it's 3.
It's only in
Wow.
3. Okay.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
First words out of my mouth. Thank God Ashley isn't here.
Thank God.
Thank God Ash isn't
Ambassador,
here.
Captain, Commander Shepard. We have gathered here to recognize the enormous contributions of the Alliance forces in the war against Sovereign and the Geth.
Many humans lost their lives in the battle to save the Citadel. Brave and courageous soldiers who willingly gave their lives so that we, the Council, might live.
There is no greater sacrifice, and we share your grief over the tragic loss of so many noble men and women.
The Council also owes you a great personal debt, Commander, one we can never repay. You saved not just our lives, but the lives of billions from Sovereign and the Reapers.
Commander Shepard, your heroic and selfless actions serve as a symbol of everything humanity and the Alliance stand for.
And though we cannot bring back those valiant soldiers who gave their lives to save ours, we can honor their memories through our actions.
Humanity has shown it is ready to stand as a defender and protector of the galaxy. You have proved you are worthy to join our ranks and serve beside us on the Citadel Council.
Consular, on behalf of humanity and the Alliance, we thank you for this prestigious honor and humbly accept.
We will need a list of potential candidates to fill humanity's seat on the Council.
Given all that has happened, I am sure your recommendation will carry a great deal of weight, Commander. Do you support any particular candidate?
Oh, well, obviously Keith David.
We need someone with the courage to stand up for what he believes in. Someone like Captain Anderson.
Him? You must be joking. Anderson prefers to let his fists do the talking.
Only with you, Ambassador. Only with you.
Are you sure about this, Commander? The captain's a soldier, not a politician.
I'd rather have the captain on the council than any politician I know.
I think it's an inspired choice. The Council would welcome you with open arms.
I'm not picking you.
I'm
End of
honest,
story.
As humanity's representative, I'll do everything in my power to help the Council rebuild.
Sovereign's defeat marks the
I'm pretty
beginning
sure
of a
Anderson
new
joining the
era
council is
for
also
both humanity
canon.
and the
Yeah.
council.
Why the fuck would I want Udina on the council? Why would I want the guy who betrayed me on the council instead of the guy who literally has done everything to stick his neck out for me? Who would do that? Like, literally, who would do that?
Sovereign was only a vanguard. The Reaper fleet is still coming. Hundreds of ships, maybe thousands. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
But first,
Shepard's right.
the Red Lobsters
Humanity is
coming
ready
up.
to do its part.
No, it
United
is.
with the rest of the Council, we have the strength to overcome any challenge. When the Reapers come, we must stand side by side. We must fight against them as one. And together, we will drive them back into dark space.
There he is. Chinese Commander Shepard. The coolest dude ever. We didn't go full Renegade like with that playthrough, like I was kind of expecting, but honestly, I kind of like the decisions we made most of the time. He was cooler that way. Chinese Commander Shepard always gets what he wants. Casey Hudson. Most of these people don't work at BioWare anymore. Well, I'm going to go get some water, and I'm going to let the music play out, and then we're going to take BRB, and then in a little bit, we'll be back with some Mass Effect 2. I'm still on break, but I figured I may as well get the BRB screen going. Here we go, we'll go back to the launcher. Gotta close the launcher for a second anyways. Alright, and now we're on the BRB screen, for real this time. We're going to stop the recording for now.